howdy, I am Allison Sudlow, and today we are going to be flipping through one of my old sketchbooks, sketchbook number 23. So, I just want to do something punny for the sketchbook cover, sharpen your wit, and then I have my favorite pencil sharpener on there. So, let's go ahead and get into it. I have a whole bunch of old notes and scans and copies. Oh, I actually really like that piece. And these are a whole bunch of to-do lists and things. More notes from that camp I was going to at the time. Here's a TV head person. I don't know why I did a TV head, but I enjoy this figure. This pose was really nice. That was from, I believe, lineofaction.com, and I just put something different on her. I saw someone at the camp that I was attending a camp, and I saw a person just sitting outside, and they were hanging out. This is a UV map I was working on. I was trying to fix everything on there. More life drawing. Ducks. James Pond, Duck Norris, Don the Duck, and Quack Sparrow. Because my friend was designing a game, and he had a duck character, and he said to send him some duck names, like some funny punny names, and so I sent him a couple. And then these are just life drawings. Wherefore art thou significant other? Woe is me. I thought that was kind of fun. I like that one. Oh, this was a digital sketch I did. I printed it off at home, and it kind of gave it weird stripes, so I kind of like it. Oh, that was another thing. Here's some more sketches that I did on the computer while I was at the camp, because I couldn't print anything, so I had to print them out once I got home. Feet and hands. I like the goose hand. The goose hand's my favorite. No. I really enjoy drawing hands and feet. My friend did that when I looked away before I saved the file. I don't know. I enjoy doing studies of the body because it helps me understand anatomy better. And it's one of my favorites. I love double bubble. But yeah, I highly suggest doing some studies, just like a lot of them, because it helps you. I mean, it's not going to hurt you. Oh, this was fun. I did a lot of studies in art acrylic, and it was so much fun. Lips and more features. I like that eye. Like, I don't know why, but there's just something about it. It's very symmetrical. It's easier to eat paint than concrete. Extrapolate from studies. That was actually an inside joke between me and my roommate once I got back to school. Foots. Because why not? That one's fun. Tracing paper, I found that I used this particular glue for a while because I just had so much of it. Oh, the Smithsonian Gardens. Yeah, I put this in here because I really enjoyed the layout. This was a really fun perspective study that I did of my living room. I don't know what was playing on the TV. Looks like some kind of romance or drama. It was nighttime, so my kitchen was really, really dark. But yes, that was really fun. This is that was a fun chair. I had to do a couple of, essentially you do a grid or you do a cube around an object, and then you draw the object within the cube that you've drawn for it. Doing master studies was also very helpful. Like, I did a couple of this one drawing by Rembrandt, and I don't know what the title of the drawing was, but yeah, so I ended up doing it a lot, just trying to get it right. That one was a fun one. This was all done with like palette scraps and things. Well, scrap paint. I really enjoy that eye, and I don't know why. I think it's probably because of the impressionistic quality of the application of the paint. And then just lips. Lips and profile are really fun to draw. Beautiful Squidward, because, of course. Oh, apple pie. This is actually from one of my old videos about painting the slice of apple pie. And then this was like a spinner fork. Yeah, this is all in that video. I'll link that down below if you want to watch it. Just a pretty lady I found online. I don't know who that was supposed to be. Oh, Sergeant Sybil Sassoon. He had some really pretty artwork, and so I copied this. It didn't end up quite like it should have, but I really enjoyed copying that masterwork. It was very fun. I don't know why I did those. Probably to fill the space out. Oh, this one is a blind contour. I'm surprised I got the chicken this well. And then you have the jar, which is just everywhere. I think that actually had pepper jelly in it. And then I have no idea what that is. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so that's pepper jelly in there. And then it had, I think, a pepper on top, and then another pepper, and then My nan has these cute little baby milk jugs. They're like antiques, and then this is her little chicken thing, and yeah, that's an exterior contour drawing, the negative space drawing. These were all just practices, and then simple volumes. Maybe it was a peach. I don't know. I don't think that I really articulated that well. And then we have a goose. It's an antique goose on top of a, I don't know. Oh, studies of butterbells. Butterbells are fascinating for me because I know that you can throw them quite easily. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is actually the vampire challenge. And I really thought about entering for a while. These are just collages. These are colleges I have no interest in, but they have nice outreach designs. I really like this one. I think it's really well designed. I also really enjoy this just because I love architecture, as you know, if you've been on this channel for a bit. More hand studies. That one's in, I want to say, like, reverse foreshadowing. No, it'd still be foreshadowing because parts coming at you. But yeah, it wasn't very well articulated. Foot. That was a final work. More artwork. This is all just kind of around. That was on my friend. She was sitting across from me in the library, and so I drew her. Some simple gesture studies. Gesture studies of, looks like volumes. Because that's a lotus pot, I know, and that's a bottle. Oh, I love these. These were so much fun. I'll have to repeat this assignment because I really enjoyed it. And we have people, features, and still life. And this was where I really had a great time, where I started cutting out paper. And then, wait for it, it's coming up. Keep on going. Yeah, some of these are very unclear. And then this one. I love this one. It had a mug. It had a piece of corn. That's all that was in it, and I loved it so much. And then I took pieces that were left over from that and I put them over here. But I just loved doing the corn because parts of the corn kernels were missing, and I loved drawing it. It was so much fun. This had my favorite foundation brush that I don't really use because I don't use foundation, but it was so much fun. I love that. Okay, and then we have this study of apartment towers, Asian apartment page. Oh. This is from a book that we had in the library, and it's a really great book. I suggest you looking it up. This is the annotation for it. Really good book. It's very interesting. This was a study for my serial plane project. I could probably put a couple images right now about what that one was about. It was really fun. I enjoyed the absolute heck out of that project. Oh, this one was really fun. Okay, so this was me trying to figure out how exactly I was going to layer the paper. But you can kind of see that it was their little baby layers. You could probably hear them better. But yeah, this one's a bit better at it because you can feel it, but you can't really see it until you come over here, because these I used pieces of Bristol board that were left over from a project of a different class, and then I had a great time. I had so much fun doing that in my sketchbook. It was fantastic. Oh, I love topographical maps. They're so satisfying to look at. Painting critique, I believe. Oh, no, that was notes. These were a couple of pieces from my theme of contemporary art class, and I absolutely loved. Drowned in a Glass of Water by Pipon Osorio. Sans China So, or China 80. That was a really interesting artwork. I highly suggest checking it out. And then Karma 2003 by Dalto Soon. Notes from class. These are a whole bunch of thumbnails. Oh, this was for a poster for Banned Books Week at my library. So we have some of the most amazing librarians on the planet. Really, we do. And every year they host for the graphic design class, they say, okay, we need, essentially it's client work, and we get to design a Banned Books Week poster, and the goal is to raise awareness and start conversations about censorships and banned books. And so I was trying to think about different ways I could do that. I had artworks that had been banned, I had books that were banned, and I was like, oh, well, what about considering the current political climate? And I was thinking about gun control and things like that. And then this is also kind of fun to work with. I really enjoyed that, but it was kind of had lots of ideas. I didn't really know where to go. This is also from this poster. I can put that on the screen in a minute. Oh yeah, here we go. Here are the final sketches that I was trying to figure out. I ended up using a pop gun because that way it's more interesting to work with a pop gun, but then I also wanted to use a flag gun, but all flag guns are kind of flimsy looking, so I combined a pop gun and a flag gun to make a flag pop gun, but it was kind of fun. Had a lot of fun trying to work with that. So I'll put the band books, the final poster up right now. So yeah, I really enjoyed working with the composition and working with foreshortening because I've always had trouble with that. These are all the different points of voids because I need to know what order to put all of my pieces in for my serial plane project. I really love that project. Oh my goodness, I was looking for this for like forever. This is an art. I did a research project on Antoine Predic. He's alive. He's a current architect. He designed the CLA building in California, the College for Journalism and Communication. That's another building. He loves brutalist architecture, characterized by simple blocking and designs. I really enjoy his work. I think he's fascinating. Here are a whole bunch of books that he's made. Brutalist architecture is a movement that branched off of modern architecture in the late 1950s and often utilized brickwork and exposed concrete, often the style of institutionalized buildings. Crushed cans are so much fun to draw. Oh my gosh, I love it. You should totally try it. If you can, just grab a cheap pen and start drawing them. It's so much fun. I just went to the rec room or our lounge rather, and someone had left a couple of cans in the recycling bin, and I was just drawing them from where I could see them. It was really nice. Pots and pans are also fun to draw if you can. Here's some just fun dresses that I was drawing. More dresses. I was studying kind of different. It was a study for a piece that I was working on in painting class. Like I was thinking about doing how female fashion has changed throughout the centuries, and then I was like, okay, but medicinal herbs and medicines and plants. So I did a lot of research, and yes, I used kitty cat sticky notes as tags, and I love it. I had a lot of fun, and then I did some basic sketches for those. I used a lot of orange in here. Don't know why. I think it was just because I only had one. Perspective architecture. Oh, community center designed by Stuart Hollenstein. I think I found this online or in a book, and then I found it online because I had a better picture in color. But yeah, highly suggest looking him up. He is a really interesting architect and designer. These were a couple of things that were around my town. I just kind of sketched them. Ooh, okay, watercolor sketches are so much fun. Work in some multimedia if you can. And if you can't, don't worry about it. This was like an abstracted view of what I could see from my window in the classroom. I can't tell if those are stuck together. Oh, this one was fun too. I had bottles, and it's so much fun to make that sound. Okay, then I have no idea what's going on here. I want to say it's a pumpkin with a chair. It's a chair and a piece of organic material. This is not well articulated either. That's a lotus pod. I don't know what the rest of it is. Just saying, it's fun to make gross art that you can't tell what it is later. Oohoo glue and a sharpener. Okay? Ducks. Okay, so we have geese and ducks at our local park because we have a really big river and pond that goes through it, and it's so much fun to draw the ducks because they're so docile. Okay, just gonna say, defending myself here, I did not eat all of these alone. Oh, these are studies for a couple of different ideas that I was working through after I decided to do the medicinal herb idea. I was trying to figure out exactly how I was going to work it through. This is an architecture sketchbook page that I was working on for class. Here's more on that banned books project. As you can see, I take a lot of classes. See, I just had a fun collaging. I don't have anything against vegetarians, obviously. I just found this really interesting article, and I was just having fun tearing it apart and just kind of having a good time. Oh, this artist is so much fun. Okay, so his name is Rolf Stedman. He has really great uses of line weight, rough coloring, muted palettes, minimal backgrounds. I used him as an inspiration for my This is actually the main sketch that I used for the pop gun and the band books piece. This was another sketchbook piece or sketchbook page for my architecture class. If you enjoy architecture, I would highly, highly suggest trying to do a couple of pages a semester, like I'd say about 10, 16 or so, and just try and figure out a bit more, like study some different architecture vocabulary words in imagery or in writing. It'll be really great. It's a great exercise that my teacher came up with, and she is really, really good at choosing words. Okay, so these are herbs and medicinal plants, and then what they aid / their symptoms. I was having so much trouble. This is actually sketches of St. John's wort. I was having a really fun time. More sketches for architecture. Okay, so the fun story with the frogs is that I was trying to think of how I was going to display the symptoms that the herbs and medicinal plants aided with. And so I ended up using a frog because my friend B and I were talking, because we're nerds, and we were having a great time. We were talking about frogs and how they're indicators of the environment. They indicate the health of the water and the land because they live on both. And so I have a dramatic frog. My mom loves this frog so much, and I cannot blame her because I love him too. His name's Henry. So yeah. But yeah, shout out to my friend B. She's amazing. We love talking about weird little sciencey things. This was a really fun staircase I was thinking about building, or designing rather. I didn't end up doing it. This is I don't know what this is from. I should put more page numbers in here. Oh, this is a really interesting piece. It's entrance to the administration building in Johnson's Wax Co. Designed by Frank Lloyd Wright, because of course it was. Oh, there we go. There's the annotation. That's why I didn't write them. Sketches for a mobile tiny house. Bees. Lots of bees. Okay, so if you ever find that you're having a lot of trouble coming up with imagery or ideas, start with a thought bubble, like a brain map, because then you can start with your main idea and then branch off things, and you could even, in circles or something, just do imagery around it. This was fun. I think these were people online that I found. I really enjoyed this one. This one was fun too. So was that one. And then pretty dresses and forms. Oh, this was so cute. A mini motivation page for myself, specifically the personal statement. Oh, here's another little frog. Here's some more frogs. And there's a bloated frog. Yes, it looks like the one from Shrek because I was basing it off that one and several balloons that I found online of frogs. Not real frogs, don't worry. Here's some really interesting forms that I found. I don't know where these are located because I couldn't find who designed them. And then this is a poem, The Voice You Hear When You Read Silently by Thomas Lux. Really interesting poem. I think you should read it if you get a chance. It's fun. This is another sketchbook page for my architecture class. This was fun. Doing a spread of just bee stuff and bee colors and nature. Oh, that was a great page. I really like this page because it has bees and more palettes, and oh, I love these birds. I think these were on the whiteboard that my teacher drew, and then I copied them because they were so funny. As an architect, you design for the present with an awareness of the past for a future which is essentially unknown. Norman Foster. Norman Foster is amazing. I love his work. Notes. Not very interesting, but yeah. Oh, this is a study about... This is actually amazing. We had an architect come and talk to us, like a really well-known Miguel Rosales. I'm probably not saying that right, but he came and he talked to us, and I took so many notes and things. I even got a picture with him, although I'm not going to show you the full picture because, yeah, privacy. Froggies! I had so much fun with this little frog. He was sweating, and it's just supposed to indicate the symptom of sweating and fever and things. Oh, simplicity. So drawing something with like a shape or something, or have someone else draw a shape, and then you try and make a building out of it. Or just a form. But yeah, that was fun. These were studies of ballerinas and dancers and costume and headdress and all that kind of stuff. It was really great. More fun stuff. All ballerinas, trying to figure out how I wanted to do a composition for a piece. This is a melody footprint. I don't know if that's an actual thing people do, but I was trying to work with a piece of music and make imagery from it, specifically Kandinsky's Firebird Suite. I think, yeah, Kandinsky. And so I was listening to the music of part two of the suite, and I was going through and I was tracing out the music, and like you can tell the different rises and falls in the music. And then I took more notes that I made later, went over with the tone, YouTube ballot 844 to 1527. More gesture studies of ballerinas, costuming, design, inspiration page for the tail of the Firebird. This is a really interesting warehouse that I went into. It was recently converted. No, it was actually a mill factory or something. But here's some more studies and things. Shadow boxes are so much fun. Okay, let's lift this up. I'll show you what's under it. That's another shadow box. Crazy, right? Okay. Then this is a really fun little thing that I designed. Farm Top Tiny House. That was my mobile home that you saw pictures for way back. Oh, this is a sleepy little frog. He was supposed to represent insomnia. Froggy, sad, and sleepy. Insomnia frog. Plants that help or kava leaves. There are more than that. SWOT analysis. Oh, that was for like a mandatory thing that I had to go to. But I drew a piece of pie. Here we have some more pieces of paper, some stuff. I finished this September 11th of 2019. So yeah. And then just back cover and stuff. Well, I gotta say, thank you so much for going through this sketchbook with me. I had a great time with you. I hope that today you make some good choices and that you have an amazing day. Well, I hope to see you next time. Bye.